Hello and welcome to the MCQ lecture series. In today's class, we are going to look at some of the important multiple choice questions with respect to Indian economic environment, which is the economics general paper for FYBA. I'm going to start with chapter 3, semester 2 in this class. So let's get started. The first question is, in terms of purchasing power parity, India is dash largest economy in the world. India is dash largest economy in the world, and the underlying options are option A, first largest economy in the world, second, the option is second largest economy in the world, option C is third largest economy in the world, and fourth option is fourth largest economy in the world, or option D is fourth largest economy in the world. So here, in terms of purchasing power parity, India is third largest economy in the world. So option C, third largest economy, is the correct answer with respect to this question. I hope that is clear. Let us now move to question number 2. The poverty rate in India is dash percent, and the underlying options are A 28%, B 29%, C 30%, or D 31%. The poverty rate in India is dash percent, and the underlying options are A 28, 29, 30, 31. So here the correct answer is option A, 28%. I hope that is clear. Let us now move to the next one. The rural poverty in India in 2004-5 based on the Tendulkar committee methodology was dash percent. The rural poverty in India in 2004-5 based on the Tendulkar committee methodology was A 41.8%, B 41.0%, C 39.9%, and D 39.7%. So here the correct answer is very factual questions, but the correct answer here is the rural poverty in India in 2004-5 based upon the Tendulkar committee methodology was 41.8%. So option A, 41.8%, is the correct answer with respect to this question. I hope that is clear. Let us now move to the next one. Obviously, when you have understood what the rural poverty was in 2004-5 based upon Tendulkar committee methodology, you are bound to answer this question, or you are bound to ask this question, that what was the scene with respect to urban poverty. And the question is, the urban poverty in India in 2004-5 based upon the Tendulkar committee methodology was dash percent, and the underlying options are A 25.5%, B 25.6%, C 25.7%, and D 25.8%. So here the correct answer is the urban poverty in India in 2004-5 based upon the Tendulkar committee methodology or estimates was option C, 25.7%. So for rural it is 41.8, for urban it is 25.7. So I hope both these questions are clear. Let us now move to the next one. Obviously, when we have looked at the urban estimates, poverty estimates, and also the rural poverty estimates, the next part is looking at the overall poverty, that means urban plus rural. So the next question is the overall poverty, urban plus rural, in India in 2004-5 based upon the Tendulkar committee methodology was dash percent, and the underlying options are A 37.8%, B 37.6%, C 37.4%, or D 37.2%. So here the correct answer is option D, 37.2%. So here the overall poverty in 2004-5 based upon the Tendulkar committee estimates or methodology, we are looking at the poverty estimates at 37.2%. So option D is the correct answer. So urban it is 25.7, rural it is 41.8, and overall it is 37.2%. I hope this is clear. Let us now move to the next question. The next question is, dash is the state of not having enough material possessions or income for a person's basic needs. What do you term such a thing wherein you are in a state of not having enough material possessions or income for basic needs or basic survival, whether you call it A, unemployment, B, poverty, C, sickness, or D, none of the above. So here the correct answer is option B, poverty is a state of not having enough material possessions or income for a person's basic needs. So option B, poverty, is the correct answer with respect to this question. I hope that is clear. Let us now move to the next one. Dash is defined as the situation where an individual does not have the financial means to obtain commodities to sustain life. It is a situation where an individual does not have financial means to obtain commodities to sustain life, whether you call it A, absolute poverty, B, relative poverty, C, inequality, or D, none of the above. So, here it is pretty much clear that when a person does not have any financial means to obtain commodities to sustain life or to afford the basic needs to sustain life, you term such a thing to be absolute poverty. So, here option A, absolute poverty, is defined as the situation where an individual does not have enough financial means to obtain commodities to sustain life. So, option A, absolute poverty, is the correct answer with respect to this question. Let us now move to the next one. The next question is dash refers to a situation where individual or individuals have enough to sustain life, but as compared to economic standards of living, it is less within the same surrounding. You have enough to sustain a life, but as compared to the economic standards of living, it is less within the same surrounding. That means there are two individuals, individual A and B. Individual B is good enough, he has financial as well as other capabilities, and individual A has enough financial capabilities to sustain a life, but when you compare between person A and B within the same economic system, the standard of living of obviously B is going to be really high as compared to A. So, here I am talking about something in a relative sense. That means I am relating the level of or the standard of living of person B with person A. Okay. So, here we are looking at a relative concept. So, such a thing is called as option A, absolute poverty, option B, relative poverty, option C, inequality, or D, none of the above. So, here the correct answer is it refers to a situation, or relative poverty refers to a situation where individuals have enough to sustain a life, but as compared to economic standards of living, it is less within the same surrounding. So, option B, relative poverty, is the correct answer with respect to this question. So, I hope the definition of poverty is pretty much clear, and also the two important types known as absolute poverty and relative poverty are pretty much clear with respect to question number 6, 7 and 8. Let us now move to question number 9. The question is, the current World Bank poverty line is dash a day, is dollar dash a day. The current World Bank poverty line is dollar dash a day, whether it is A, option A, dollar 1.50 a day, whether it is B, dollar 1.90 per day, whether it is C, dollar 2.0 per day, or D, dollar 2.5 per day. So, here the correct answer is the current World Bank poverty line is option B, dollar 1.90 per day. Okay, so option B, dollar 1.90 per day, is the correct answer with respect to question number 9. I hope that is clear. Let us now move to question number 10. Question number 10 is, the reason for poverty in India, or the reasons for poverty in India are dash. The reasons or the reason for poverty in India are, the underlying options are A, population growth, B, low rate of economic growth, C, unemployment. Here I have written D, but it has to be C. So, C, unemployment, and D, all of the above. So, here the reasons for poverty in India are denoted by all of the above points. That means population growth explicitly, low rate of economic growth, as well as unemployment relates to, or it gives impetus to poverty in India, and therefore, option D, all of the above, is the correct answer with respect to question number 10. I hope that is pretty much clear. Let us now move to question number 11, which is one and the same. The options are different rather. The important reasons for poverty in India includes dash. The important reasons for poverty in India includes what? And the underlying options are A, illiteracy, B, inflationary pressure, C, socio-cultural factors, and D, all of the above. So, here again the important reasons for poverty in India includes all of the above. That means illiteracy, inflationary pressure, as well as socio-cultural factors amounts to poverty in India. So, in question number 10 and 11 we have seen 6 important reasons for poverty in India, and they are population growth, low rate of economic growth, unemployment, illiteracy, inflationary pressure, and socio-cultural factors. Let us now move to question number 12. The question is, dash are the important reasons for poverty in India. What are the important reasons for poverty in India? Again, a similar sort of question, and the underlying options are A, income inequalities, B, inadequate anti-poverty measures, C, capital deficiencies, and D, all of the above. So, here the correct answer is again option D, all of the above. I am giving you questions with respect to answers as all of the above because it will cover at least the reasons or important reasons for poverty. So, if there is a question which suggests that which of the following are not the reasons for poverty, then you will be at least able to understand the difference between which are the reasons and which is not a reason with respect to poverty in India. Anyways, moving to the question, dash are the important reasons of poverty in India, and the underlying options are income inequalities, inadequate anti-poverty measures, as well as capital deficiency. So, here again option D, all of the above is the correct answer with respect to this question. Let us now move to the last question in this segment. Dash are the reasons for poverty in India. Again, a similar sort of question, and the underlying options are A, growth strategies, B, political factors, C, globalization, and D, all of the above. Again, here option D, all of the above is the correct answer. That means growth strategies, political factors, as well as globalization results into poverty. So, option D, all of the above is the correct answer. Now, here in question number 10, 11, 12 and 13, we have seen 12 important reasons for poverty in India, and they are population growth, low rate of economic growth, unemployment, illiteracy, inflationary pressure, socio-cultural factors, income inequalities, capital deficiency, inadequate anti-poverty measures, growth strategies, political factors, as well as globalization. So, these were 12 important reasons for poverty in India. I hope the questions with respect to the introductory part of chapter 3 are pretty much clear. In the next class, I will talk about something called as unemployment, its types, its reasons, and how do you overcome the situation of unemployment. So, please stay tuned for more. Thank you.